Let's analyze what happened in the stock market today, Monday, March 7, 2022. This is a daily chart of the S&P 500. In the previous video, this was the trading range that was getting very tight. It was a 100-point range. I said above that, I would go long. Below here, and I was short. And that's exactly what I did today. So for the record, I'm shorting the S&P 500 via the SPX ETF. That's a triple inverse leverage ETF. This level down here, 42.90, had been very strong support for the last few weeks. It happened here, 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 and here. So when it dipped below that, I decided to look for an entry point. Looking at the 5-minute chart, that arrow, that's when my order got executed. When the S&P 500 was around 42.80, when it made a new low of day. This is 42.90. Dip below that, bounce back, found resistance, and dip down again. And it just trended lower all day long, closing at the low of day. Oh, and I decided to book some profits after such a big drop. I sold 1/3 of my position after hours. Going back to the daily chart, looking at this chart, you see that it dipped below very strong support. It is now below all moving averages, so the path of least resistance is down. It dropped over 200 points in 3 trading sessions. So if tomorrow we sell off, gap down, expect a bounce from any level at any point. And when I say any point, that does not necessarily mean support, reach a support level. It can just be like a random spot and quickly bounce from there. Yeah, but for support, I'll say 41.70 and around 41.20. Those are the levels that I'll be watching if we sell off tomorrow. On the way up, definitely 42, between 42.20 and 42.35. Now the Nasdaq 100, for the record, I'm still shorting the Nasdaq 100. I sold 2/3 of my original position, so 1/3, I still have 1/3. I sold 1/3 when it reached around 13,600, and the other third at the end of the day. Big sell off, down 518 points. That's almost 4%. That's a big sell off. I like taking profits along the way. After this big sell off from this level, 43, the high 2 days ago, in 3 trading sessions, it basically dropped around 1,000 points. Why wouldn't I take profits? Levels that I'll be watching tomorrow for support will be around 13,000 and 13,100. That'll coincide, will be around this level, that low from a couple of weeks ago. The upside, after this big sell off, like I said, 3 days, I expect a big bounce. I'll be looking for any signals, reversal signals. I will liquidate my position. Means I will liquidate my position and I will consider playing the bounce. Below all these moving averages, after dipping below this support line, which I found resistance today also. So big sell off, big move, 3-day move to the downside. So expect a bounce any day now. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. I just said expect it, because that's just the way it moves. Here, 3 days. Here, 3 days. Big gap down, bounce. I mean, you can see it in this chart how it usually moves. For the Dow Jones Industrial Average, same as the other indices, big sell-off, down almost 800 points. It is below all moving averages, so the path of least resistance is south. Some support around this area, but anything in between, I really don't see any strong support. After a big sell-off, 3 day sell-off, same as the other indices, big momentum, so expect a bounce just anywhere. It's also closed near the low, at the low of the day, so you would expect a lower prices tomorrow. We'll see. If it bounces back, that bounce can be very strong also. And for the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, semiconductors, they look a lot worse than the other indices. Just couldn't push above that 200-day and the 20-day moving average over here, up here, and decided to go south. Now it dipped below this strong support that was here, that was here. So this one is now looking good, close at the low of the day, so which implies lower prices. However, as the other indices, 3 days down, big move in 3 days, expect a big bounce from any level. Now for the Russell 2000 small caps IWM ETF, this one had been the strongest of all the indices, fluctuating up and down around this level, 199. And these moving averages, for the most part, staying above the 20-day moving average, flattish 20-day moving average. Really thought it could at least bounce and tag the 50-day moving average, but was not able to do that. Again, today, 199 was resistance, big sell-off, just like the other indices, closing at the lows of the day. So expect lower prices from here. This has been very strong support. We'll see if it holds. Not that far away. So we'll see. Remember to always have a trading plan, always cut your losses, and always take profits or book profits along the way. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck trading tomorrow.